By the way, Die Hard is without question one of the best movies.
No, Die Hard is not even a Christmas movie.
In recent years, a growing debate rages over whether Die Hard qualifies as a Christmas movie.
Welcome to the party, pal!
When we think Christmas movie, we think It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, A Christmas Story, not an action flick full of guns, explosions, and terrorists. To settle this question once and for all, we have to nail down what makes a Christmas movie.
No fucking shit, lady! Do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
Here's a loose checklist. The setting. It takes place in the Christmas season, and the Christmas setting couldn't easily be swapped out. The movie's marketed or released at Christmas. It features Christmas music, especially in key moments. The Christmas spirit comes into play or is a driving force in the story. There's a Grinch or Scrooge character. The movie underlines classic Christmas themes. The tone is more subjective, but the movie gets us into the holiday mood. The end tends to restore the order of goodness and tradition. So let's see if Die Hard belongs on the naughty or nice list. Die Hard takes place during an office Christmas party, so you might say it's the original office Christmas party movie. Sorry, Jen. Still, there are plenty of non-Christmas movies that feature Christmas, even prominently. Almost none of these are thought of as Christmas movies. Meanwhile, in the Christmas movie, Christmas Day can get minimal screen time, or not be seen at all. Despite lots of holiday buildup, we don't see the actual day in It's a Wonderful Life, or White Christmas. Die Hard doesn't show Christmas Day itself either, but Bruce Willis's John McClane flies to LA to spend Christmas with his estranged wife and kids. Alan Rickman's Hans Gruber also plans his robbery around the party because he knows the building will be understaffed and have a ripe picking of hostages. So the plot's driven by Christmas. It's Christmas themed. We feel the holiday presence throughout in the visual decorations, sounds, and dialogue. When we remember Die Hard, we remember Christmas. Theoretically, Die Hard could have been set on the 4th of July, just as Home Alone could have happened anytime the McAllisters took a vacation, but both films wouldn't have the same stakes, gravitas, or payoff. Die Hard was released in July as a summer blockbuster, so it doesn't check this box, but it's not fatal to its Christmas movie status. Miracle on 34th Street came out in May of 1947, and while It's a Wonderful Life did premiere just before Christmas in 1946, Frank Capra said he never thought of or intended it as a Christmas film. Die Hard delivers on this one. The movie features Joyful Joyful just before McClane's final showdown with the bad guys. And as John and Holly drive away reunited and the credits roll, the cheery Let Us Snow plays out. The Christmas movie often features a Grinch or a Scrooge. Sometimes his role is to learn the meaning of Christmas. Other times, he's the evil obstacle that the Christmas spirit has to overcome. The Grinch here is Alan Rickman's Hans Gruber, who pretends to be a terrorist, but is really a ruthless thief.
When they touch down, we'll blow the roof. They'll spend a month sifting through the rubble. By the time they figure out what went wrong, we'll be sitting on a beach, earning 20%.
He's pure greed personified, a simple evil for McClane to vanquish. The Christmas spirit is the force that makes things right when they're starting to look wrong. In the Christmas movie, the Christmas spirit might be represented by God, or Santa, or an angel, or it might be proven by the human character's decision to do the right thing. It's the authority of goodness, the rule of celestial law, or perhaps, in Die Hard's case, the police. In Die Hard, the spirit gives McClane his final breakthrough, when, for the finale, the guy straps guns to himself with Christmas ribbons. It's a laughably literal version of the Christmas spirit laying down the law, wiping out the bad guys. Here, the Christmas spirit becomes righteous vengeance. The strongest criteria for a Christmas movie are the recurring Christmas themes: valuing family, helping others, seeing the bigger picture, and feeling the heartwarming goodness of fellowship among men. The desire to bond with family is at the core of Die Hard. The first image we see of McClane is his wedding ring. When McClane's plans for family bonding are derailed, McClane has to lay down some out-of-jurisdictional justice. But then he'll get back to Christmas. The scenario isn't that far a stretch from Home Alone, where Christmas is the background to a story about family reconciliation, interrupted by the need to violently shut down some criminals.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
This cinematic violence can be interpreted as catharsis, getting out our frustrations that family life isn't easy, making us feel renewed and ready to appreciate the gift of our family. McClane has a lesson to learn about family too. He's been struggling to support the career ambitions of his wife Holly. Her name, another Christmas reference. Professionally, Holly's been going by her maiden name, Miss Gennaro, which drives the staunchly traditional New York cop crazy.
You have a clue as to what my idea of
I know
should
exactly.
Throughout the film, we see Holly root for his success, but McClane has to recognize that he hasn't supported her in the same way.
I told her it took me a while to figure out what a jerk I've been. But tell her that she's the best thing that ever happened to a bum like me.
Even deeper than the family theme is the Christmassy feel of brotherly love. It's seen in McClane's fighting to help the innocent from the evil Grinch, and it's highlighted in his immediate connection with Al, the LA cop he bonds with over the radio. Some might dismiss the bloody, violent Die Hard as too dark to be a Christmas movie, but beloved Christmas movies are often loaded with darkness before their happy, sentimental endings. Many popular examples even have elements of the anti-Christmas movie. A Christmas Story is full of sarcasm and cartoonishly exaggerates the confusing, even nasty way that adults dismiss the concerns of young kids. Bad Santa turns Santa himself into an anti-hero. In Die Hard, the violence that explodes at the office Christmas party is a means to what's intentional in many of these movies, countering the sugary sweet messages of family reunion and brotherly love with an opposing cynical or not very Christmas-like sensibility. This dose of the gory or black humor can make that spoonful of sugar just a little easier to swallow. Bruce Willis and his wife make out, his arms bloody, a stream of pieces of paper falling behind them, perfectly like snow. The absurdist image is an ironic, office party equivalent of the idyllic snow that papers the endings of a more conventional Christmas movie. Despite the cheekiness, it's sending us that classic image of peace and togetherness. John introduces Al to Holly, who reacquires her Miss McClane name. It's the restoration of tradition as it ought to be, at least in McClane's world. John and Al, through their emotional mail sharing on the radio, have both earned their redemption for past sins. While the action and Christmas movie genres seem an unlikely pairing, they're maybe not as far apart as they appear. Both end by resolving the hero's personal conflicts, to usher in a return to the status quo and the positive forces of authority and order. The final decision on a film's status as a holiday title comes down to the people. When the holiday rolls around, a substantial number of people want to break out their Die Hard DVDs. If it gets you in the spirit and fills you with that warm, fuzzy feeling, then it's a Christmas movie to you. For audiences who like their holiday cheer mixed with explosions, Die Hard does just that.